Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Facebook. Welcome to Twitter. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to fucking class. Looks like we're going to have to go back to school. Looks like we're going to have to go back to school. Looks like we're going to have to learn something. And what I want you to do is I want you to take the same theology, same thing I'm about to teach the general public, and you can take it and you can teach everybody who wants to argue with you about a certain subject matter, because I see everybody wrapping their little fucking mind around a certain subject matter and they still ain't got the fucking concept yet. So let's keep it, let's do this. Let's keep it simple. If you had a neighbor's kid, a neighbor's child told on your son goes and steals something from the store, okay? Well, random store, doesn't matter what store it is, just random store, could be any store. But your child, let's say your child goes and steals something from that store, and the neighbor's kid finds out about it and tells on your child and says, I seen such and such, your child, seen him. I've got evidence. Not only did I see him, I got evidence, proof. I've got all this information. We've got camera footage of your son stealing something from the store. He tells the truth. You turn around, you ask your son, did you steal this from this store? With all the evidence pointing in the general direction that you did. If you pointed it out. All the information is stating that you did steal it. Son, did you steal the stuff? All the evidence points to it. And he basically says, no, I did not steal it. In fact, I didn't even know it was stealing at the time when I stole it. I am in the right here. What we need to really focus on is the fact that our neighbor's kid, they have descendants from Russia. That's what we need to focus on. The fact that our neighbor's kid is Russian. And he got all this information stating that I did something wrong. Not only did he fucking lie, but he's trying to change the subject. He's trying to turn it around so you don't fucking notice that he fucking stole something. Now, what would you call your son if he turned around and said, no, I did not steal it? And all the evidence points to it. What would you say? What if you called him in a blatant lie? What would you do? Would you focus on the nationality of where the truth came from? Would you focus on the fact of how did the kid get the information? How did he get the videotapes? How did he get the surveillance footage? Would you focus on any of that? Would you focus on the fact that he was Russian or German or Hispanic or Swahili or whatever the fuck he wants to be? Would you focus on that? Would you focus on the fact that your son just fucking lied to you? And that your neighbor's son just told you the fucking truth. He didn't blatantly lie. He came right out. There, boom, that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. That's what I got. That's what your gracious, wonderful son did. The one you love and care about so much. The one that you think is the pudding in the sky. And that's what he done. Just wanted to point that out to you. Do with it as you will. He's not asking you to beat him. He's not asking you to torture him. He's not asking you to kick him out. He's not asking you to fillet him. He's not asking you to exile him. He's not asking you to let him go. He's not even asking you to hold him accountable. He didn't say hold him accountable. He didn't say shit. All he said was, that's what your son did. Just thought you might want to know. And you're focused, literally, on who gave the information. Not that the information is there, not that you've even read the fucking information, not that you know that the information exists, not even that the fact that your information that was given to you holds people accountable. And it is free. You didn't even have to dig for it. You don't look at any of that. What you do is you look at, well, wait a minute. Isn't he from Russia? That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. And that's probably why 90% of the population of this planet, especially in America, have a tendency to fail most times nowadays. And we didn't do that back in the day. We were not known for failing. Our failures were very few. But if we found out something was wrong, our tendency was to make it right. We didn't go and ask where the wrong came from. How did they point it out? Why did they point out what we did was wrong? We never did that. Well, wait a minute. Didn't that wrong thing that you just told me was wrong, that our people were doing here, didn't that come from such and such? We would look at it. Is it wrong? Then let's make it right. Were we lied to? Then let's not be lied to anymore. To the president, we held people to a standard. We held them to that standard. They wanted to be a part of that standard. They wanted to be up there on this pedestal. Then we held you to that standard. We did not give excuses for why you fail when you're held to that standard. If you didn't want to be held to that standard, by all means, jump off the fucking pedestal and be down here with the crap. But if you're going to hold yourself accountable and put yourself on that pedestal, then be on the pedestal. It wasn't just a fucking stone throw away. I mean, I know it's in everybody's mind. They can remember it. A generation has not died yet that has forgotten all this. Priests were found fucking little boys. They're fucking the little boys. They were fucking them and fucking molesting them. We saw it. We had evidence. It was in the church. They had all this information. Documented proof. People were coming out in droves. All these kids got molested by Catholic priests. Never once did they deny these charges. They didn't say that. No, that didn't happen. What they did was they asked us to focus on who was giving the information. They asked us to look around and see the good that they had already done. We were told to understand their plight. We were told to do a lot of things, but never once did they ever deny that it happened. And we gave every excuse in the world why we did not hold people accountable. We allow them to practice in our country. We allowed them to walk down the streets in our country. We allowed them to do all kinds of things in our country. But yet we never held them accountable in our country for putting the people in jeopardy, putting our children in jeopardy. We never did. But they wanted to be held to a higher standard. They wanted you to praise them for their higher standards that they put themselves on, the pedestals on which they placed themselves. And then when they fall, when they do not hold themselves up to this accountability, they want us to focus on other shit. If it's the fucking truth, I don't care where it came from. I do not shoot the messenger because I do not like the message. If it is the fucking truth, it's the fucking truth. It doesn't matter where it came from. You are repeating what a human society has done every single time they don't like the fucking information that is given to them. When it punches them in the face and they have nothing else they can do but look at it, they shoot the messenger. They go right after them. How dare you show me what I don't like? How dare you make me think? There's nowhere to turn. Now, the last time someone brought it to the entire human race and put their faces into the crap that they thought they knew and that they were being lied to, and they didn't like what was being told to them, they didn't like what was being said to them, they crucified that man because they didn't like what was being told to them. They didn't like the message, so they killed the messenger. The point was, what you were supposed to understand was you're not supposed to kill the messenger because you don't like the message. You're supposed to look at the message and go over it. And if it is a fact, and if it is true, and if that is the case, then you must fucking recognize it and do something about it. Instead, you hold no one accountable. You shoot the messenger, and you scream to the apple heavens, and you go, what? Well, who do we vote for? What were you? Hillary Clinton. The Democratic Party. You sound like a bunch of fucking crybabies. The Democratic Party. The Republican Party. Bernie Sanders. Shut the fuck up. We can't I want my Bernie Sanders. I wanted everybody else to feel the burn. I wanted everybody else to feel the burn. Well, they didn't. They didn't feel the burn. You felt the burn. Sometimes you put your hand in the fire and you feel the fucking burn. Sometimes other people don't feel it. Sometimes people are smart enough not to put their hands in fires and they don't feel burns. You're dumb enough to put your hand in a fire, you felt the burn. Bernie Sanders is a fucking puppet. He is the epitome of a puppet. He is a politician, a career politician. I don't know if you know what career means, but you might want to look it up. If you looked up these words, these definitions of these words, things may become realistic and you may understand what people are trying to communicate with you. I feel like fucking Nemo. I feel like I'm looking at people going, I swear to God they're trying to communicate, but the words they're using just don't make sense. Career politician. He's not a career politician. He's somebody special. Fucker, he's been in there for 22 years. What would you call a career? If he was 22 years as a police officer, he'd be a career police officer. If he was 22 years in the fucking military, he'd be career military. If he spent 22 years as a truck driver, that's his fucking career. And if he spent 22 years in a fucking Democratic Party, if he spent 22 years in politics, guess what he is? A secret to that is if a person can spend that kind of time in something, they've learned which asses to kiss and which asses to kick. They know how to keep their head down when they should and when to raise it up when they're supposed to. Because if you don't, you will not have a very long career anywhere. That goes for anything. Know your fights, know when you can and when you shouldn't. Know your place. Know your role. This will keep you in a very long, lucrative career. If you do not, you will not have very long, lucrative careers in anything if you keep raising your head up. I know this for certain. I know this for a fact. I'm not jibber-jabbering at you. I know it because I live it. Because it's hard for me to keep my fucking mouth shut and I don't stay in my place where I'm supposed to. And I rise up and I'll tell motherfuckers what I think. And for some ungodly reason, I can't have a career with friends. I can't have a career I can't have a career in anything because I will fucking tell you the fucking truth. You may not like it, but I don't care. And that's how you'll keep everything. Your friends will do the same thing. You want career friends? You want to have a long lasting friends? Keep your fucking mouth shut most times and you'll have them. You open your fucking mouth and they don't like what you say and you disagree with them, they won't like you anymore. People have a tendency not to like motherfuckers, they don't hang out with them. They like people that sound the same as them. People love sound walls. They love echo chambers. People are very narcissistic. They like to see themselves mimicked in everything they do. I'm not telling you anything out of the fucking ordinary. This is not like I'm epiphanies. This is fucking shit. This is actual data, fucking statistics. So the bitch lied. Her email's wrong. Leaked information. And you're going to worry about Russia. Putin has not tried to attack you. He's not launching nuclear warheads at you. In fact, what he said was, here's some emails. If he had them, he went, bam, there they are. He didn't even add to the emails. He just, if he hacked it, you know what? If he hacked our system, this is my personal opinion on the whole entire fucking issue. If he hacked our system, that tells me one thing. One thing only. We need a better fucking system. If Russia can hack our shit, if they can get into the Democratic Convention's information, which apparently they needed all this data because it was so important on of how Hillary was getting elected as president. Apparently this was top secret information that they were going to have Hillary Clinton as president. Oh my goodness. What would he have done? Would he have known? Would he have known that Hillary Clinton was going to be elected president? Well, I mean, he's so much a part of our fucking electoral system that it's ungodly pathetic. That's how stupid you sound. But let's say he did. Let's say he did. He cracked the code. Apparently the DNC's website code is 1234, okay? Apparently he cracks that Bethel code and gets the emails and downloads them. Get a better system. If you don't want people hacking your shit, get a better system. You can't be mad at people who hack your system and go, well, you shouldn't have done that. You sound like customer service. Yeah, we know it shouldn't have happened. Get a better one. Get a better system. There you go. Done. Who did he hire to crack our codes? Can we hire them to crack his? Are they freelance? Where the fuck do they go to school? Have they cornered the market on cracking codes? Why aren't you doing that? Because it sidetracks you from the real issue. It is a fucking sidetrack from the real issue. Don't let them sidetrack you. Well, it was Russia who did it. So? Tell me it's wrong. Tell me that they're bad. Tell me that the emails were not real. Well, they were real, but Russia did it. I don't care who did it. We'll deal with that later. Is it real? Did this really happen? Because when your son robs a store, he has to suffer the consequences for it. He can't tell you a bunch of other shit that goes on in the world to keep his ass out of the fire. You have to hold him responsible for what he's done. He knows it. You know it. All he's trying to do is delay the inevitable, hoping you'll forget later on and you'll be too fucking busy to beat his ass, to put him in his place, or to hold him accountable for what he's done. There, class dismissed. You fuckers go out and have a good day and try to keep people from fucking you over and lying to you and shit. Make sure the Russians don't hack you.